Superior Court of the State of California find the defendant, Jade Janks, guilty of the crime of murder.
This stylish woman is accused of killing her stepfather after discovering he kept nude photos of her.
The father and daughter relationship is a special bond that can be very nurturing and positive. But today's case proves it wrong. A 39-year-old woman who allegedly killed her stepfather over nude photos. This is the case of Jade Janks. Jade Janks was born on October 14, 1983, and grew up in San Diego, California. Her father's name was Steve and her mother Janie. Steve owned a construction company. Jade's parents separated when she was young, and she was raised by her father. Her parents would later divorce in 1995. Her mother married a man named Thomas Merriman, who went by the name Tom. Janie and Tom had a rocky relationship. They filed for divorce 3 times in 2002, 2006, and 2008. Their last attempt at divorce was successful. Jade did not have a close relationship with Tom until after she was 18, when they lived in the same residence for a while. Jade graduated from high school and went to college. She had a number of jobs, including project engineer and sales consult. For quite a while, she worked for a business owned by her biological father, Steve. In 2018, Jade started her own interior design business. In her marketing materials, Jade said that she would remodel, refurbish, or restyle interior spaces to make them functional and fabulous. She offered a unique, custom-tailored experience to obtain a one-of-a-kind space. In one of her marketing photographs, she's holding a sign that says, "Avoid costly mistakes." Jade was extremely successful in her career, even before operating her own business. She was worth $15 million. In April of 2020, Jade just happened to move into a residence that was directly across from where Tom Merriman in Solana Beach, California. This is about a half-hour north of San Diego. This gave Jade a chance to reconnect with her stepfather. They would see each other about once a week. At this time in his life, Tom was struggling with his use of alcohol and prescription medication. He also ran a butterfly farm.
They're ecstatic. I mean, there's nothing. It's a fun place to be.
In December 2020, 64-year-old Tom went to a medical facility to be treated for heart problems. As Jade was waiting for him to be released, she talked on the phone with him every day and occasionally cleaned his apartment. One time when she was there cleaning, she bumped into his computer. This woke the computer up. Apparently, no password was required to gain access to it.
When I went to clean in his office area, I was kind of wiping things down, and I bumped the mouse on his desktop computer, and it shook the screen awake. And I looked, and there's a picture of female breasts on the screen.
Jade noticed an image of female breasts on the computer. She realized that the image was of her body. Upon investigating further, she found hundreds of images of her naked body on his computer.
It was the most violating, just awful, gut-wrenching feeling. I couldn't even touch my own skin.
The images were from various sources. Many of them had been taken by Jade when she was with a former boyfriend. Some of the images dated back to when Jade was a teenager. She never made any advance toward Tom and never shared any of the images with him.
Did you ever give naked photos to your stepfather?
No.
I mean, did you ever show him naked photos of yourself?
No.
She realized that Tom must have taken the images from old laptops, SD cards, and digital cameras.
As she says, the pictures had been on her laptop and on a digital camera in private folders that she never thought he would have access to.
Jade came up with a plan to murder Tom when he was released from the medical facility. She contacted a stranger named Alan, who she believed worked in private security. Apparently, she had received Alan's name from some source, perhaps somebody she knew later. The state would refer to Alan as a fixer. Jade arranged for the fixer to be there when she brought Tom home from the hospital. Jade picked up Tom from the hospital on December 31st, 2020. This was about a week after Jade discovered the images. The fixer did not show up as planned. Therefore, Jade decided to proceed with her plan alone. Within a few hours, Jade gave Tom a large quantity of prescription drugs in an effort to kill him.
When 64-year-old Merriman returned home, Prosecutors say she gave him an overdose of sleeping pills and then suffocated him with a plastic bag.
She sent messages to various friends, which memorialized her feelings and actions. Here are a few examples of her messages.
I just dosed the hell out of him. He's waking up. And this, it's going to be weekend at Bernie's.
Jade contacted a friend of hers named Adam and asked him for help. She eventually told Adam that she suffocated Tom with a bag and choked him in addition to giving him a bunch of drugs. She wanted help moving Tom's body back to his bed, so it would look like he had simply died of an overdose in his own residence. Adam refused to help Jade, mostly because of the murder part. Instead, he reported her to the police the next day, which was New Year's Day. By this time, Jade had hidden Tom under a pile of garbage on the driveway. The police arrived at Jade's residence at about 4:30 p.m. and looked around, but they could not find Tom. Other police officers pulled Jade over in her vehicle and placed her under arrest. She told them she was going to be in for a long night.
She hid his body underneath a pile of trash and lied to police about not knowing where he was.
The next day, January 2nd, at about 7 a.m., the police discovered Tom's body under the garbage on the driveway.
His body was found under a pile of trash next to his garage on January 2nd of 2021.
Jade faced a trial at the end of 2022. She testified on her own behalf. The state said that Jade strangled Tom with her hands and put a plastic bag over his head.
Prosecutor Jorge Del Portillo made his final argument Tuesday that Jade Janks drugged and suffocated her stepfather, Tom Merriman.
On December 21st, 2022, Jade Janks was found guilty of first-degree murder in the death of stepfather Thomas Merriman and sentenced to 25 years to life in prison.
She will be committed to the Department of Corrections for the term of the rest of her life in prison, with a minimum eligibility of parole date for 25 years from now. So in essence, 25 years to life.
Even when a person is legitimately offended in a way that is horrible and violates important boundaries, they do not have the authority to kill another human. Hey, thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on this case? Let me know in a comment. And before you go, why not like and subscribe? See you next time and stay safe.